Yeah, man, Salakia, man. People calling my phone. They damn Satan. I'm trying to do the work to the best of my ability, damn Satan. But like I said, man, continuing on with the video, this is a godless man. All right. He has a godlike complex. He want to conquer and control every and anything. All right. He wants to be the most high. All right. Let me get 2 Thessalonians. I got my Bible right here, so that's why it's not on the screen. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, but that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. The falling away of us, us calling ourselves Israelites, man. The falling away pursuant to Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. The Lord has discontinued us from the inheritance, man. All right. But we came back through the good graces of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, through the elect, praying that we are that number. We are not going to become as Sodom and Gomorrah, as it says in Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. And that's Esau, Edom. That's what they want to do, pursuant to Malachi 1 and 4. All right. They are the border of wickedness. All right. They are the bloodline of wickedness. They are the devil, because they want to have that godlike complex, man. All right. They want to rewrite history, rearrange genetics in human bodies and stuff. That's why you have something called human implants. All right. Which is going into Revelation 13 to 16, which will come to pass. All right. That is a future prophecy when the hour of temptation and Jacob's trouble hits all around the world, man. All right. Because that's going to be a mandatory thing around the whole globe. That's why they're starting it up right now through these, the WEF. All right. Passing laws and legislations to get approval on implanting C-hips into the people. All right. That's their ultimate agenda. They want to go against everything that is of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's just how they was created. That's their setup. All right. Let me go to Psalms. Just touch up on that. This is Psalms chapter 94. Let me see. I start at 14. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his heritage. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in the heart shall flow unto it. The elect shall flow into, righteousness, man. All right. First and foremost, and then ultimately in the kingdom of heaven, all Israel will be righteous according to the scriptures. Verse 16, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai had been my help, my soul had almost dwelled in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, helped me up. In the multitude of my thoughts, within me thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. And that's the whole purpose, man. All right. That is the whole purpose of Esau, Edom's agenda. All right. You can read also Job, the 20th chapter. That basically going to how he will fulfill his NWO to a certain peak. And then after that, the fury of God, as it say, or the fury of Yahweh will cast them down. All right. Ultimately, those ICBM and hypersonic nuclear missiles that will utterly destroy the stumping ground and the foundation of Esau Edom, which is Babylon the Great. Even though they have other, allies and stuff like that. And you also got the European Union, but they not Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great has to be destroyed. All right. And it also says in the scripture that the beast, which is NATO and the EU and the alliance of that was once a alliance with the woman, they're going to turn and burn her with fire. And that burning with fire is World War III. All right. Which is going to be a nuclear war. All right. But like I said, this picture says a lot, man. You look at this picture, this real life lets you know the whole plan of Esau, Edom, wicked agenda. It lets you know that Esau, Edom is the wicked. Because here, if you was really the people of the Lord, why are you doing all these things to change climate, to change nature, to change humans? All right. They want to honestly change that, man. All right. Through AI and, intelligence, pseudoscience. All right. And you got the top heathens in the WEF, Kyle Schwab and Harari. They tell you straight up, basically, to be a godless nation. And, roughly paraphrasing, because they say you can piss off the Lord as many times as you want. Or we don't need the Lord no more. We got the technology to do this and do that. That's proud boasting talk, man. All right. Let me see if I can find a precept. Boast. Yep. And matter of fact, I read up in this is Psalms 94 and verse 3. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? All right, how long shall the wicked rule? And also a good precept, it got it right here in Job 20 and verse 5. And like I said, you can read that whole chapter. How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? All right, they real life boast themselves. They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and afflicted thine heritage. All right, and they did that by, putting us into captivity. All right, further into affliction, coming up with these agendas, laws, rules, unrighteous decrees, as it say in Isaiah the 10th chapter. They've done all these things. Esau, Edom. And it say, how long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They're boasting in their works of iniquity, man. Their works against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. They boast themselves daily. All right. And hey, this is another way of boasting themselves right here, man. All right. Clearly, the Lord doesn't, like this type of, and y'all should, understand it, man. The alphabet community, man. The Lord is not with that community. But here in America, they promote that. All right. Here, when President Obama was in role, he legalized all 50 states to, same-sex marriages, so on and so forth. All right. Declaring their sins as Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. For many reasons. All right. And Lord will, I'm going to get an article in a few on that when it says, say the damn pronouns. All right. But I'm going to go back right here just for edification's sake. Because like I said, this is the wicked agendas of Esau Edom. They want to control everything and anything and everybody. All right. That's the God complex of Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. I can get something else in Daniel. And I think it's Ezekiel 28. But I'm going to get Daniel first. Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart and his mind. And by peace shall destroy many with their policies, man. By peace they shall destroy many. That's why the scriptures say in his mouth was smooth as butter, but war was in his heart. All right. That's why the scriptures say that. Hold on, let me find it. Smooth butter. Yeah, Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And that happened to our Gadite brothers, our Reubenite brothers, Issacharite brothers, all the northern tribes, or any of the northern tribes that was over here, all right, during the time when Christopher Columbus came over here. He didn't, find out about it, but he didn't explore the place, if I'm saying it right. He wasn't the first person to conquer and establish and found this so-called new world. The Israelites was already over here, all right, pursuing the prophecies in the book of Second Ezra. I believe the 13th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, or the 12th chapter. Let me make sure, just for edification's sake. When the 10 tribes came all over here, all right. Let me see. 10 tribes. Second Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters and came into another land. That other land was Azareth, as they call it, aka the Americas. All right, but it wasn't called the Americas back in that day. All right, but continuing on, Daniel chapter 8 and 25. And through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper, his wicked works, man. All right, pursuant to Micah chapter 2 and 1. Get that precept. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. All right, it's in the power of Esau, Edom's hand to try to promote a filthy agenda like this, man. To have real life people carry themselves in this manner, because you already got the people with the elemental P community, and also with the technology, the pseudoscience. A lot of people are not believing in a higher power anymore. All right, they don't believe in God. When you ask certain questions about God, they don't know what to say. They don't know how to answer it. But that's all right though. All right, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua will be known very soon in that day, man. And everybody is going to know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has a controversy and has indignation forever towards this place, and also towards the Edomites, the so-called white race, which are in power right now to prescribe and promote this so-called agenda. And through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. The prosperity, man. All right. The peace shall destroy many. Through his prosperity, he's going to destroy many, man. And also in the scriptures, that's why you got in Revelation, they was Revelation 13, that they was deceived by those miracles. All right, because at the end of the day, Esau Edom is trying to condition the majority of the people to follow along with their plans. So you can be like this type of individuals. Just follow a do as thou wilt spirit. That's what Esau Edom promotes in this land of Babylon the Great. Get a couple more precepts. I think I'm still in Psalms. Salakia, bear with me. I'm trying to find a precept. Go to 64 then. Okay. This is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows and shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right. And that's how the Lord describes the words of the wicked. All right. This is Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's all Esau Edom does, man. Anything that really comes out his mouth is lies. But you also, like the elders and apostles always say, you got to chew the meat and spit the bones. And within those lies, also Esau Edom will tell you the truth. And he'll tell you the truth in front of your face. But he used those vernacular words, most words that Jakes don't understand or even look up the definition for. And then half of the definitions I looked up on half those words they said, hey, they sound kind of diabolical, man. They sound kind of, tyrantorial. All right. A tyranny, if I'm saying it correctly. Salakia. But it sounds very, not good. All right. Once you look up those words and the terms they try to use it in, they try to make it seem like it's good. All right. That's the MO, or that is the motive of Esau Edom. They want to control everybody and everything, man, through pseudoscience, AI, and ultimately, the end all be all, that digital currency, which will be led until Revelation 13 and 16, because that prophecy still has to come to pass, no matter what people say, no matter how people get all up in their feelings about certain, about saying the men of GMS is not speaking of prophecy. That's a damn lie. And that's another lesson for another day too, man. That hurt zone spirit and rebellious spirit of certain individuals that was once, giving honors and respects to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. But now all of a sudden they're wicked men. Now all of a sudden they're not the men of the Lord. Now they're not the true prophets, because none of the things that they said came to pass. Not knowing and understanding everything has a time and a purpose and a season. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 all the way down. All right. And also Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. Though it tarry, wait for it will surely come. It will not tarry. All these prophecies is going to come to pass. Even though some may tarry, may linger a little while longer. But we still got to have the build up, man. But they sound like to me they impatient. Continuing on. Verse 4, Psalm 64 and 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter or evil speech. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They have accomplished a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. That's why they have the ability through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Also a good precept, Isaiah 54 and verse 16. All right. The Lord created the smith and the waster, man. Roughly paraphrasing. You can read it for yourself. But ultimately, the Lord is putting it in their minds, in their spirit, to do these godless acts. All right. Because at the end of the day, the Lord creates both good and evil. All right. So if you got good, you got to have evil. So if you have a good guy, you got to have a bad guy. The good guy, the good guys, of course, first and foremost, starting off with the elect are the Israelites in this movie of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the bad guys starting off with Esau, Edom, all right, and all the rest of the heathen nations. Those are the bad guys, man. All right. Those are the ones that's against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And Israel, of course, starting off with the elect, is for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the balance. And that's a beautiful balance, man. Verse 7, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's coming to pass right now. That's how you know we're at the end. Because the Lord is putting it on this and putting the spirit on these same devils, the ones that was once in secrecy. All right. About, they was once in secrecy, but now they're putting it in front of the faces of the people because they know if they have but a short time, man. They know these things, man. All right. And they do a diligent search. All right. They constantly do a diligent search on the nation of Israel to try to figure out what can destroy us. All right. Quicker, slow death, painful death, less painful. All right. They got many obstacles on how to destroy our people mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. That's why they have accomplished that diligent search, because they honestly, in the nutshell, they're only smart in wickedness. They're very intelligent in wickedness. But when it comes to anything else, I promise you, these devils are dumb as shit, man. And I witnessed it. Being evil, yes, they're smart. But when it comes down to little basic stuff, they're dumb, man. And that's how you know through the spirit how, who's that wicked. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the Caucasian race. All right. If your bloodline go back to Edom, because we do preach and teach that you're going to have Israelites that look all like the other heathen nations. And we teach that. All right. Trying to think. Oh, and you can let me read Psalms 83:1, and then I'm gonna go into that article, and I think I'm gonna close. I'll probably get one scripture on that article, one or two. Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Behold, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. And I'm gonna look up that word tumult right quick. I got another phone right here. Tumult. A loud, confused noise, a racket, confusion. Tumult. Yelling. All right, ruckus. And hey, they're doing that, man. They have hated thee, Salakia. For lo, verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Part of their crafty counsels, the NWO. All right, the WEF. All right. Even though some of it is televised, but I don't think it's in this video, but when I was, Salakia, I know I'm all over, but when I was looking at certain things about the WEF, they clipped one of my videos I had a couple of minutes ago. Here they put that one up, and that's going into the future of the global economy. But this one was talking about, digitalizing everything. All right. And it had more information on that. And they said this video isn't publicly available. So they trying their best to try to hide these things. All right. And this is another thing that they talked about during that annual meeting. All right. This is the crafty counsel. All right. me see. Seek deep. This is on Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All right. That's what they say. All right. Especially during the times that they was in real life secrecy, but because of Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, that devil is being revealed in his time. Since I quoted me, because I don't think I read it, this devil is being revealed, and we're seeing that this is the devil that the Bible speaks of, us being the potential hope, the potential elect, man. Yeah, I gotta read verse 3 again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And he's being revealed in his time, man. And this is the time. Okay, verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he whom now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right. And he's going to be taken out of the way sooner than later. But he's being revealed in his time right now. That's why we can tell and determine who is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Who is Job 9 and 24 talking to? It's talking to you Edomites. It's just that simple. All right. I'm about to say, yeah, I think I'm gonna close out. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do another little quick lesson dealing with that article, so I won't mess nothing up. Because like I said, I tried to do the video earlier. My sound went out, man. Damn, I don't know what the hell was that about, but my sound had went out. So I'll do a separate little video on that. Lord's will. I can do it though. I can do it. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. The Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, the mingled perverse spirit. And I'm gonna look it up on my other phone. Perverse. Oh Lord. Perverse. Yeah, perverse. It says all law sex of a person of their actions showing a deliberate and a obstinate. Hold on. Let me see what this one. Obstinate. Obstinate. Okay. Stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or to choose chosen course of action, despite attempts to pursue one to do so. Stubborn. Basically, is going into stubborn with that word. And deliberate. Deliberate. Yeah, deliberate, fully considered, not impulsive. Okay, that was it on that. But going back to the word perverse, of a person of their actions showing a deliberate or obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. A, do as thy will. That is the vibration that Esau Edom promotes in Babylon the Great. Okay. And it says awkward. We got some similar words. Awkward, controversy, contrary, difficult, uncooperative. And that's Esau Edom. Rebellious. He's going against the Most High, man. All right. But yeah, man. Hey, this is that godless man. He wants to take away so-called God out the picture. Like I say, Kyle Schwab and Noah Yuval Noah Harari. Those are those two guys through the WEF are trying to promote that slogan. Basically, having that godlike complex and being godless and being a godless society. With that, I'm going to say all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, the Rakak Wadash. Peace and love to the hopeful elect. Till next time I say shalom, shalom.